Right now, the D.C. Council is holding a public hearing on this deal to build a new stadium in D.C. This is a live look at the Wilson Building, where hundreds of our neighbors have signed up to speak. And they've been doing so for the past 6 hours. And this hearing is still going strong. We've seen and we've heard a lot of passion in this room. Most speakers say they want the team back in the district.
We can't quit. We won't quit. We never quit. Go Commanders.
Now, some say D.C. could be getting more out of the deal, and others believe it is simply the wrong use of taxpayer money. As the official television station of the Washington Commanders, we are covering this from all angles tonight. My co-anchor Lorenzo Hall has been at the Wilson Building all day. And Zoe, this is a really big day for people to feel like their voices are heard in a pivotal week where decisions will be made.
Yeah, this is the first and only public hearing we're talking about here, Les. And people started testifying shortly after 11 o'clock this morning. You saw there at the bottom of your screen moments ago. They are still talking right now. We are on speaker 190 at this point. So, yeah, a lot of people have a lot to say. They feel passionately about this on both sides. Yes, we know some people do want this. The Commanders back in the district at the RFK Stadium site. They feel like this would come along. This would bring city pride. It's about more than just that stadium. You're talking about a project that would drastically change that Ward 7 neighborhood and also impact our region. But then you have people who are speaking here today about a number of issues saying, you know, they're on the fence about this. They're not sure they want this stadium. They want a better deal for the city and district residents.
I really think the new RFK redevelopment site could provide more opportunities, not just for me, but for other artists my age in DC and in Ward 8 especially, and Ward 7, just because there are so many of us. And I think that since DC has such a strong identity and culture, it's important to cultivate that for youth and for other ages as well.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot is on the line here. I want to bring in our Rafael Sanchez-Cruz. You've been in that hearing room all day today. So what are most people saying about this project?
Well, right now, Zoe, we just heard over an hour of testimony from environmental advocates wanting the Commanders to really commit to more protections for the environment, specifically in Ward 7. But I'm seeing a lot of the conversation shift into how to get a better deal for D.C. and for Washingtonians. And they're hoping that the D.C. Council can pressure the Commanders to get those improvements on paper before Friday's vote.
This hearing concerns Bill 26-288.
More than 500 people signed up to give their input on the RFK Stadium deal.
I speak in support of Mayor Bowser's plan for the RFK Stadium site.
There are those who say it's a no-brainer.
But I really would like to see my team back here so I can continue to support my team in my city where I was born and raised and where I grew up.
It brings hope. It brings historic investment. And it brings generational opportunity. Let's not miss this moment. Let's not fumble the ball.
On the D.C. Council, opinions are also mixed.
So far, it feels like this has been put together with the Commanders who've been calling all the plays. And if we're going to do this, D.C. has to make the decisions. D.C. has to call the plays.
Some still don't see how investing taxpayer dollars is the right call.
It's unfortunate that something so positive for so many residents, the Commanders returning to the district, is entwined with an enormous corporate subsidy.
The opportunity costs to D.C. of this stadium and real estate giveaway far outweigh the benefits to the people of D.C.
And then there are those who want a better deal.
As much as I love my team, I love my city, I do believe that if we don't get this right, our community is going to be sold out.
So what's a better deal? For some residents, it's investing in more public transit and less in parking.
We are fighting so that Kingman Park does not become Kingman Parking Lot.
For construction unions, it's about labor agreements.
Specifically, the deal before the council still does not include construction and post-construction labor agreements, specifically for the 2 commercial parcels described in the term sheet.
As a fifth-generation Washingtonian and lifelong Commanders fan, I understand the nostalgia, but I'm not here today as a fan. I'm here as a representative of the people.
So, and I think it's still unclear whether some of these suggestions and recommendations from the people will actually get to the Commanders as part of the negotiations with Council Chair Mendelson as he kind of pushes us forward ahead of Friday's vote.
Yeah, we know that Chair Mendelson brought this much improved deal forward last week, but as of today and this vote on Friday, he still doesn't have the 8 votes needed.
Yeah, 8 votes, and you heard it from Robert White there. He says he's undecided, he's still unsure, and that's why he was listening to people. I guess we'll wait and see, but it really still is unclear who is on board. We know some people have been supportive since the beginning, but I think a lot could change in the next couple hours, and then tomorrow when we hear from the commanders and from Mayor Murrow Bowser.
Okay, we know that we have 503 people signed up to testify here today, less, and as of right now, we still haven't reached that halfway point. So it will be a long night here at the Wilson Building in downtown D.C.
I have to say, it is so fascinating to hear all of the voices being heard in this conversation. It is a big, big decision, and the city and the voices of people who live here and are invested in this city ought to have a role in it for sure. All right. You can watch the hearings right now on WUSA 9 Plus. Download the free Plus app on your TV. When you open it up, go to the live tile. You can watch these hearings uninterrupted. Zoe just told you they're on speaker 190. They're going to 500, so you could be watching for a while. If you're on the go, you can stream the hearings on your phone using the WUSA 9 app.